10 countries with the most nuclear warheads. 10th place, Iran. In recent years, there have been speculation about the actual presence of nuclear weapons in this country. It is hard to find real data, but estimated says about a few or dozen nuclear warheads. Iran is enriching uranium to 60%. Since spring 2021, it also began to use the Fordo laboratory-built deep underground. Iranian authorities have previously claimed that the centrifuges at Iran's nuclear facilities are configured to enrich uranium to 60% purity. It is estimated that more than 25 kilograms of material enriched to a level of about 90% is needed to build a nuclear weapon. Inspectors of the International Atomic Energy Agency found traces of uranium enriched to 84% purity, only 6% below the level required to develop nuclear weapons. 9th place, North Korea. According to official data, North Korea should have about 30 to 40 nuclear warheads. In July 2017, the first two tests of the Hwasong-14 intercontinental rocket were carried out. It is the first North Korean missile capable of reaching North America. The Hwasong-17 is currently the pinnacle of North Korea's missile program. The approximate weight of the Hwasong-17 missile is 80 to 140 tons, with a length of 24 to 26 meters, and at its range estimated at up to 15,000 kilometers. Instead of using a fixed base and an underground silo, the Hwasong-17 is a fully mobile missile transported on the wheeled chassis. In 2022, North Korea passed legislation reaffirming Pyongyang's right to conduct a preemptive nuclear strike to protect state security. 8th place, Israel. It is estimated that Israel has about 80 nuclear warheads ready for operational use. In addition, it can have a stock of 300 to 500 pieces. Israel's nuclear arsenal is one of the world's most secretive. The Israeli government has never confirmed or denied that it possesses nuclear weapons, and has not entered into any agreements to limit nuclear armaments. Thanks to such a policy, Israel is not subject to any control. Such an arsenal puts Israel among the largest nuclear powers. In 2011, Israel introduced Jericho-3 missiles into service, the range of which is between 4.8 thousand kilometers and 6.5 thousand kilometers, which allows it to be classified as an intercontinental missile. It is estimated that Israel currently has between 50 and 100 Jericho rockets of various versions on wheeled platforms in service. 7th place, India. India's armed forces have more than 160 nuclear warheads that can be delivered by ballistic land-based missiles, nuclear submarines, and fighter bombers. India's nuclear doctrine is based on principles of minimum credible deterrence and the abandonment of the first use of nuclear weapons. India reserves the right to use these weapons in response to an attack by nuclear, biological or chemical weapons on Indian territory and its armed forces. The intermediate-range Agni-3 missile can hit targets in Pakistan, the Middle East and throughout China with an accuracy of 40 meters. It is placed on mobile railway launches. In 2014, India introduced the two-stage Agni-4 long-range missile. In 2016, they worked on the design of the Agni-5 rocket, which would allow it to hit targets throughout Russia and Europe. It is worth noting here that the range of 5,000 kilometers is considered a necessity in India, ensuring full coverage of potential targets on Chinese territory. 6th place, Pakistan. Pakistan's armed forces are equipped with about 165 nuclear warheads that can be carried out by land-based ballistic missiles, land-based cruise missiles and aviation. The basis of the doctrine of the Pakistani armed forces is the concept of offensive defense, which assumes, among other things, conducting a counterattack and transferring the armed conflict to the enemy's territory. It is estimated that the main task of its nuclear arsenal is deterrence against India. The Pakistan Air Force is equipped with, among others, French Mirage aircraft and American F-16AB capable of carrying nuclear weapons. In 2004, the Shahin-2 intermediate-range missile entered service. In 2015, the rocket was upgraded to the Shahin-3 standard. It can hit targets more than 2,700 kilometers away, both in India, China and the Middle East, including Israel. 5th place, Great Britain. The UK has approximately 225 nuclear warheads, 4 Trident 2D5 missiles deployed on Vanguard submarines. Submarines of this type form the main core of the nuclear deterrent force. Ultimately, the UK plans to have 260 warheads in service. The Trident 2D5 is an American 3-stage solid propellant SLBM ballistic missile with a range of 2,500 to 11,000 kilometers. The UK may only use nuclear weapons to defend itself or its NATO allies in extreme circumstances, but it is not a no first use policy, which allows the use of nuclear weapons only in response to the first nuclear attack by other country. The UK reserves the exclusive right to deterrence the conditions under which it may use nuclear weapons, but these conditions remain classified. 4th place, France. France currently has around 300 nuclear warheads at its disposal and remains the second largest nuclear power in NATO. The French doctrine assumes the use of nuclear weapons only in self-defense, in the event of threat of the vital interests of France. Self-defense in this case means a possibility of France launching a nuclear attack first. It is supposed to be a kind of final warning to a country whose actions threaten French interests. The nuclear arsenal relies solely on aviation and ballistic missiles launched from nuclear submarines. The target armament of French ships are M51 missiles, measuring over 12 meters in length and weighing over 50 tons. M51's range remains a mystery, but is estimated to be around 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers. The aviation component of the French arsenal consists of ASMPA missiles. Its current version has a range of about 500 kilometers. Weapons of this type can be carried by Rafale aircraft and older Dassault Mirage aircraft. 3rd place, China. The total number of Chinese nuclear weapons stockpiles is unknown. China keeps this data strictly confidential. According to various sources, China is to have 300 warheads of various types. At the moment, it has 4 strategic bomber regiments and about 5 large nuclear submarines, capable of attacking with ballistic missiles. According to forecasts, China will have 700 nuclear warheads by 2027, and they intend to have at least 1000 by 2030. Beijing is intensively developing all the pillars of the nuclear triad, allowing strikes from land, air and water. China has a no first use policy. China currently has the Dongfeng 31 ICBM, which analysts say can carry up to 3 nuclear warheads. The missile was officially presented in 2019 and an operational range of up to 13,000 kilometers. 2nd place, USA. The US has more than 5,500 nuclear warheads, with all 3 components of the nuclear triad, with ICBMs and SLBMs making up a significant proportion of them. The armament includes 450 land-based missile launchers in silos, which are capable of delivering warheads to a distance of 13,000 kilometers. Trident 2D5 sea-based missiles are deployed on 18 Ohio-class nuclear submarines. The air component consists of 2 types of strategic bombers, B-2 and B-52, adapted to carry nuclear weapons. There are 96 strategic bombers in service. The strategic bombers' nuclear armament included B-61 and B-83 free-fall thermonuclear bombs and cruise missiles with thermonuclear warheads. 1st place, Russia. Russia has a total of around 6,000 nuclear warheads. Russian nuclear weapons are supposed to act as a deterrent to the aggressor. It is intended to deter not only against a nuclear attack, but also against an attack using other weapons of mass destruction and a massive conventional attack. The strategic deterrent force includes a land, air, and sea component. The core of the Russian strategic nuclear forces are the strategic missile forces. They include 311 missile complexes, capable of carrying over 1000 nuclear warheads. The equipment includes heavy R-36M2, SS-18 Satan intercontinental ballistic missiles with a range of up to 16,000 kilometers, Topol SS-25 mobile road car platforms, and Topol M SS-27, based on silos with a range of up to 11,000 kilometers, and mobile complexes with RS-24 Yars missiles. In 2015, Russia had 12 nuclear submarines capable of carrying nuclear weapons. The strategic aviation consists of 66 heavy bombers, including 11 Tu-160 and 50 Tu-95 MS. In 2022, Russia conducted successful tests of the RS-28 Sarmat missile, NATO code Satan II. The three-stage missile is over 35 meters long, weighs almost 210 tons, and has the ability to hit targets as far as 18,000 kilometers away.